Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is the 4th generation Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean, launched in 2025. It marks 20 years of the timepiece that originally debuted back in 2005, and it worked to rectify some of the problems that had arisen in the intervening years. Now, in 2005, the Planet Ocean arrived as the flagship diver at Omega, and initially it was neither huge nor super thick. It would become both over the years, and so this watch is designed to be a step back from the overgrown dimensions of recent Planet Oceans. 42 millimeters in diameter in steel with a grade 5 titanium caseback. The watch is true to Omega's insistence, 13.8 millimeters thick. I measured 47.5 lug-to-lug. And I guess in theory, these are 20 millimeter lug spacings. Just keep in mind that this degree of integration is hard to achieve without the end piece that comes with the factory strap. Taking a quick look now, the strap is molded to integrate into the design of the watch. And just we have some knurled-like or maybe textile-like molding, as well as some matte molding outboard, but it's all rubber. You can see a wave motif in the bottom. We have a clasp that has a twin trigger release, so you have to press both for it to open. Some polish, some satin, all steel, and then you tuck the strap under, you size it down, and the excess length is underneath, so there's no need for minder loops. Interesting case, no lyre style lugs. This is driven by the design of vintage Seamasters, and not always the most obvious ones. One that comes to mind is the 306.0858, the baby Ploprof, if you've seen that one. It's got a little bit of the baby Ploprof to it. We have both polish and satin, a screw-down crown with some media blast, 600 meters water resistant. Note the helium escape valve is gone. Omega must have determined that it was rarely used and rarely needed, so a couple of measures are taken to make this watch thinner. The helium valve is gone, there's no date, the thick ceramic dial has been replaced by a conventional one, and then we've got a non-display caseback made of titanium. All these features making it a thinner watch. I measured the last generation Planet Ocean equivalent model, roughly the same size. I measured the 43.5, this is 42, but I measured the prior 43.5 between 16.1 and 16.3 millimeters. I confirmed this at 13.8, so it is a thinner watch. Dial, we have quarter Arabic numerals. We've got rhodium-plated steel hands, indices, Omega logo, and marquee. Now we've got a mobile hour hand that we can move as we travel across time zones without stopping the watch. But if we pull the crown out of the way, we do hack the seconds. The watch has quite a bit of lume. We've got a bezel with knurling outboard featuring both satin and polish. 120 click action, lining up the bezel pearl with the broad arrow minute hand. And you can see that we've got a green pearl and a green minute hand, so you can quickly read these critical reference points relative to each other, and then a loomed seconds hand, so we can tell that our dive watch is running when we're diving deep or diving at night. That's important. Matte black base, and then as you can see, there is no date. Turn it all over, not much to see. The hippocampus, traditionally the symbol of the Seamaster since the first models debuted back in 1948. Yes, I know, 600 meters is not 2,000 feet. Well, that doesn't really matter, because as an ISO 6425 compliant diver, this would have been tested to 125% of what is on the dial. So add 1/4 to this, and 600 meters becomes 750, and that's a much more formidable measurement. So the watch is at least 2,000 feet. Even if 2,000 feet is a bit more than 600 meters, it's been tested so far beyond that that it's academic. We have caliber 8912, bidirectional winding, twin barrels in series, 60-hour automatic, tri-level coaxial, the coax tangential rather than the sliding friction of a Swiss lever, improving chronometry, power reserve, reducing maintenance requirements. Again, you got a 60-hour reserve here, stop seconds, mobile hour hand, a movement that has a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance for shock resistance, and precise setting, courtesy of the free sprung balance, anti-magnetic silicone hairspring, but also anti-magnetic balance, balance staff, and escapement. The watch is a master chronometer tested, fully assembled in 6 positions for chronometry no worse than -0 + 5 seconds per 24 hours, but also winding efficiency, power reserve, water resistance, and anti-magnetism up to 15,000 Gauss, which is a minimum for this watch not a maximum. So this is practically an amagnetic watch. It's also tested for durability as part of the master chronometer test, which is a fully assembled watch evaluation. So if you love this new generation black dial steel, ceramic bezel, insert, Seamaster Planet Ocean, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.